Finally, we've been asking for ages. So, you may or may not have heard, but we are finally getting a rework for the player avatars. And boy, was it overdue. Just look at this. Yes, I am still a girl, shut up, recruitment drive is a hard quest. But you can clearly see the difference in detail between the current player models and the models of NPCs that have been released over the past couple of years. I think that in an MMORPG such as Runescape, customizing your character is one of the most important things. Not only for the immersion, but also because that is the first experience that you have when you start playing. RuneScape has always done okay when it came to this, but for years now it has been getting more and more outdated. Here are some highlights from the stream.
But we, as I talked about growth, we need to be a lot more competitive and attractive with new players, right? The avatar, your hero is at the center of everything that you do. We're lagging behind visually on where that is against, let's say, our current NPC art, for example.
And so what we looked for is, what's our entry point where we can deliver the most value, prove out things visually, give a meaningful refresh of things, and present it in a way that players will come to early, like returning players and new players, particularly with mobile coming on. And the initial character creator is the perfect point for that. As Modstead's showing, that this is the content that anyone who lands in RuneScape for the first time interacts with. Fundamentally, what we are going to do is take the mesh and the texture assets that are contained in the character creator and do a visual refresh on them, so as they remain the same characters, they remain the same content at their heart, but they evolve. This block of work is the tip of the wedge. It sort of like proves things are possible. If we manage to kind of drive it in, then we can widen it and do more, and widen it and do more. So we have to deliver something concrete and tangible and running in game, and then it unlocks other stuff. What we are doing is we're taking our research, we're taking our player feedback, we're taking our early experiments, and we're trying to build an adventurer for our world. And we want an adventurer who will be someone who can go out into Gielinor, run around, be athletic and fit and take on the world. And at the same time, be true to the spirit of the original game. We're trying to make things more elegant and more balanced as we kind of move forward, make them a little more modern. But we've shown you stuff in ZBrush and we've shown you stuff in Marmoset. We should really put our money where our mouth is and get into game. There was a theory that this might be memeable. I don't know.
It's very memeable. It's definitely memeable.
So there you see our first refreshed character. It's running on our existing technology. It's delivering the same content that we see in the character creator, and it's able to jig. Why not? Of course. And this is a first step to that global refresh across everything that sits in the character creator.
Keep in mind that this is all still work in progress and the end result could be different, but from what I can see so far, I am very hopeful and excited. I cannot wait for this to be ready and implemented, because designs and fashionscape are things that I've always been very passionate about. Although, one time protoxxgaming told me that I just looked like an edater, and I don't think I'll ever recover emotionally after being hurt that way. Anyway, what I also really hope for is that they rework most of the outfits and clothes to go along with the new models as well. Otherwise, it's just going to create more inconsistency within the game. On that note, I think that one of the things RuneScape needs to work on most is its graphical consistency. Because while we have some NPCs that look like this or this, we still have some that look like this. And let's not forget the horrifying abominations. No, not that one. That live in the player-owned house dungeons. The same goes for areas as well, because while some places look like this or this, we still have places that look like this. There was a time when Jagex seemed to give priority to updating the world, and I actually loved the way they did that. With the rework of Faldor and Port Sarim with events, the rework of the desert and Mauritania for quests, and I really think they should have kept going with that until the whole world got updated and looked consistent. There was even a rework for Sears Village planned, which I was really excited about, but it was unfortunately cancelled. With this, I really hope they start focusing on these reworks and updating the world of Runescape to today's standards again. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching if you did. If you've enjoyed the video, do the usual YouTube stuff, touch my like button and punch the subscribe and all that. Bye!